Hello and welcome to another top 10 list. This time we'll be discussing the top 10 females in anime. However, if you're expecting a Faye Valentine or a Himuro from Madoka to be on this list, like really obvious people, then you have come to the wrong place. So, without any lengthy introduction, let's just begin the top 10 females in anime. Number 10, Ayeka from Tenchimuyo. Well, maybe she's a little obvious, but there's a weird break between this show. See, if you're growing up in the 90s, there were two characters. There was Ayeka and there was Ryoko, and you were a diehard fan of either. It was you pick one and fuck the other, and fuck Ryoko. I love Ayeka. Since she was a princess, she always had this air about her, like, I'm better than you, kind of tsundere thing, but she failed miserably at it, and she ended up being adorable rather than being taken seriously. Okay, you will notice this theme on my list. There's no real term for it, so I invented one. It is called faux tsundere. Basically, that's when a character tries to be a tsundere, but fails miserably at it. They're usually pretty gullible, and they end up being adorable, and they're not violent. They can't be tsundere to save their lives. They try, but God help them, they try. Ayeka was one of my first anime crushes, and I have to say, even if it's just for pure nostalgia, I have to give her the number 10 spot. Now, people say to me, oh, come on, there had to have been one scene with Ryoko that you liked. Yeah, there was one.
Women! Tenchi! Stop it!
I'm a dick. Number 9, Tomo from Azumanga Daioh. Now, if you took a pretty energetic girl, and then you gave her a surge, and then you filled that surge with cocaine, you might get Tomo. Here's the thing. She might be crazy. Well, okay, she is crazy. But she is not only absolutely adorable, but she's extremely honest. She doesn't pretend to be anything she's not. She lays it on the table. You want to be her friend, go ahead. If you don't, you don't. You gotta admire that. And out of all the girls in that show, I loved her the most. She just felt so genuine, and you knew where you stood with her. And that's something to be respected. Can she be insane at times? Most of the time. Can she be stupid at times? Yeah. Can she be a bit on the mean side? Maybe, but you like who you like. I'd want to hang out with her. That's just me. And I bet you're saying, Mr. Unpopular, there's gotta be something you dislike about her. Okay, yeah, there is. I hate that stupid fucking shorter haircut they gave her. Petty? Yes. Unnecessary? Yes. Number 8, Faris from Steins Gate. Now, I know I'm gonna get, pitchforked for this and, flamethrowered and murdered for this, but I love the first half of Steins Gate. Second half really sucked. Long story short, I don't like time travel stories that involve having to take back what you did. That's my thing. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I love Faris. Faris is better than any other character. Forget Mayuri, forget whatever the hell bitchy red hair's name is. I love Faris. She really makes this show. She had to make the toughest decision of any of the girls in this. She had to sacrifice her dad. But enough of that. She is adorable. She is kind. She is sweet. She is nice. She is adult, even though she has a cat girl thing going on. I love her so much. The only thing I don't like about it was they didn't give her a happy ending. That is it. You know what? Fuck it. I consider the Faris ending of the game the actual ending. Fuck it. Canon. That's right. Absolutely canon.
That's not the canon ending in the
canon.
Anime. He ends up with Kurisu, and the father has to die because of otherwise, then the anime could reverse it.
Number 7, Konami from World Trigger. Now I know what you're thinking. Mr. Unpopular, what the fuck? You have a girl from here from a show that's still airing? And the show isn't 20 years old? Yeah, this is welcome to the only girl on this list that's actually from a show that's airing right now. And let me tell you, if there was more perfect example of that faux tsundere trope I was talking about, it's this girl. Badass? Check. Tries to be cool but fails miserably? Check. Gullible? Super check. Nice? Quadruple check. This girl is everything I love in an anime girl. I can't get over how much I love her. She is hilarious every time she's on screen, but she has a really good heart, and you can tell. And apparently it's not just me, because when they held a ranking poll in Japan for the characters in World Trigger, she ranked 3rd, and she's not even a main character. So that's gotta count for something. The biggest problem with this character is she's not in enough episodes, but that's not her fault. That's the fucking writer's fault. Do you hear this guy who writes World Trigger? If you put her in more, I will give you money! Lots of money! Put her in more episodes! Number 6, Kanata from Lucky Star. So sorry. I know, she's on everybody's list. Everybody's. I had to. I'm sorry. Yes, I know it's nowhere near original like this character, but I can't help it. She is amazing. She is an otaku. She's spunky. She's friendly. It is impossible if you're an otaku to not like this girl. She is just amazing in every way. And for the few of you out there who don't know who this character is, just gonna let you know, don't worry, she's 18. Yeah, she's 18. Biggest problem with this character, she's in a show where if you want to buy the whole thing, it's $220. $220 for 26 episodes. Fuck you sometimes, anime. Fuck you. Yeah, fine. It wouldn't be Lucky Star if I didn't do this. Number 5. Now, before I tell you number 5, I just have to say this. I can't defend this. I don't know why I picked this as number 5. I don't know why I love this character so much. It is such a random character to like from a pretty well-known show, but nobody likes this character except for me. Like, nobody. I don't know a single person. People look at me and go, what the fuck you like this character for? What's the matter with you? I felt I have to preface this. So if you think, what the fuck, you're not the only one. Here's number 5. Number 5, Kodo from Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, I warned you. Yes, the announcer from the Dark Tournament. I don't know why, but every time this girl comes on screen, I love it. I am in love with this character. I love the way her pep. I love her weird sense of love of, like, the violence, but also at the same time she, like, has to follow the rules and she loves the rules. It's such a weird dichotomy. But every time she comes on screen, I'm just happy to see her. It's a weird, inexplicable, not knowing reason. It's weird. I have to say, in general, I've never really seen a character that likes her job as much as this character. Really, name a character who likes their job more than this character. Also, she's really cute. What, I can't think a girl is cute? Why? Because the ears and the tail? Is that it? Go to number 4. Number 4, Sailor Jupiter from Sailor Moon. I think it was almost like a rite of passage that every guy growing up in the 90s had at least seen Sailor Moon a few times, and you had to pick one you liked. And I found out that the ones that the guys liked the most usually ended up being Venus or Jupiter. But for me, my favorite's Jupiter, hands down. There was really no reason to not love Sailor Jupiter. She was kind, she was romantic, she was friendly, she could kick ass, she didn't even need her power, she like punched Zoisite in the face, not even transforming one time. I love this character. What? Come to think of it, I've never even got why people always pick Serena. I'm like, really? Serena? If it was me, I'd have been like, I can't be with you because I'm with Darian! Hey. Don't flatter yourself. I actually really love Sailor Jupiter. I don't even like you at all. Oh, by the way, just so you know, Darian, his plane exploded. Yeah, he was in a plane and he went boom and everyone died. I phoned that. Bye! You're an awful, awful person. Yeah, I know. Number 3, Beldandi from Oh My Goddess. This character, by her job title and her actions, really is a goddess. She is the nicest anime character I have come across. This one, like, gives Toru from Fruits Basket a run for her money. She is just so sweet and so kind and so loving. She is the definition of what guys want when they want a wife. She is amazing in every single aspect. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Mr. Unpopular, if she's so amazing, why is she number 3? Well, remember how I said that that's most guys' desired girl they'd want to marry? Well, my tastes are a little different. So she is amazing out of my top 3, but she's not my exact type of girl that I'd want to marry. So you're probably thinking, Mr. Unpopular, Jesus, if Dandy isn't good enough for you, who the fuck are the top 2? Well, number 2, Kadachi from Daida Shokan no Hichiji Kai. This character managed to take a series that was generic crappy harem show and make it amazing. For the short time that she was the main character, because she ended up being the side character later on, she stole the show. She made the show. Everything about this character is flat out amazing. This character is amazing in so many ways. She's adorable, she's hilarious, she's cocky, she's sarcastic. But one of her main character points is actually giving up her own happiness to help other people. And it just blows my mind. She's not only that, she's pretty and she's fun. Everything about this character is fun and wonderful. And I can't believe he ended up with her because this show fucking sucks. But no, you have to go with the status quo of he ends up with the first girl he meets because of that stupid fucking trope, even though it doesn't make any sense because he hasn't had any development with her for like 12 episodes. But no, throw out the last second because she was the first girl he met. Trust me, I can go in a fucking rant, entire video about why this fucking series pissed me off. But Kadachi is the saving grace of this series. And if she can save a shitty series from being shit all on her own, you're fucking awesome, Kadachi. You know what? He doesn't deserve you. That's what it boils down to. You find yourself another man, girlfriend. Oh my god, I'm so white. Before I get to my top pick, let's do some honorable mentions. Honorable mention, Senna from Haganai, Don't Have Many Friends. She's kind of in the same vein as Kadachi and Konami, but she is absolutely adorable. She's this rich girl who can't get friends because she's kind of like snooty because she's rich, but she develops very nicely throughout the series, and I really enjoy her a lot. The only reason why she doesn't end up in the top 10 is because I don't know how the series ends, because the manga's still weird and it's this dark cloud over me, like he should be ending up with her, but I don't know if he does, and it's just really bothering me, and it keeps me from really enjoying the ending, so that's why she just barely didn't make it. Oh, also, you see that black-haired bitch? You see her? You see her? I hate her. Fucking hate her. I hate her. I hate her so much. I hate her. I hate her. I hate her. Honorable mention 2, Forte and Ranfo from Galaxy Angel. Yeah, you see the double spot? That's pretty much the reason I couldn't put them in the top 10, because I can't have two characters in the same spot. It's kind of cheating. And I love them both equally. They really do make this show, but I couldn't pick one. The best way to describe this show is just Star Trek, but an anime show with girls in it instead. I love these two in this show. Ranfo's like the boy chaser, and Forte is like the tech/weapons expert, and these two together, they are the funniest thing ever. But if you play the games especially, they have adorable romance scenes, and I cannot pick either of these two. And I have to say, this is one of the only shows I can think of where I have trouble picking a favorite. Usually I can pick a favorite, just no problem, but this show, I can't pick between Ranfo and Forte. I just can't, and that alone must give them some kind of recognition, so I'm going to give them both the honorable mention. Also, Forte is a monocle, and honestly, monocles are kinda hot. Never thought I'd say that, but yeah, she pulls off monocle look pretty nicely. Also, the racks are pretty nice. What, like you were thinking the same thing? Please. The fuck do you get the fuck out of here? And finally, honorable mention 3, Saber from Fate Zero. Trust me, up until about a year ago, I would never have been caught dead with Saber on my list. I was one of those people who was like, but King Arthur was a boy kind of people, and I regret that now. Throughout the course of this show, I managed to go from somebody who laughed at Saber to absolutely loving her to death, and that is something, because people around me will tell you, I do not change my mind very frequently. Trust me, I went from being one of her biggest critics to one of her biggest fans, and that in itself is worth a spot, at least in the honorable mentions. But I bet you're wondering, well, why is she in the top 10? Well, I loved her in Fate Zero. Not so much in the original Fate Stay Night. Arturia is strong, she's independent, she's funny, she's classy, she is a great character, and I love her to death, but she barely misses the list. Barely. I do have to say, though, I would be lying if every time I thought of Arturia, I didn't think of her having 2 coconut halves running down the street going... And here we are... Number 1. Okay, I'm going to preface this by saying that I've loved this character as my favorite for over 10 years. From the first moment I saw her in the series, anytime I rewatch the show, her voice actress, her character design, her actions, her personality, I love every single thing about her. There is nothing about this character I do not like. It just flat out, favorite character in anime. Kadachi came really close, but she couldn't beat this number 1 character. And you probably haven't heard of her, but that's okay, because I'm going to tell you all about her. So here we go. Number 1, the best anime girl ever. Number 1, Emioba from Comic Party. Now, I know you're all saying, what the fuck is Comic Party and who the fuck is Emioba? Well, let me explain. Long story short, Comic Party is an anime about making doujinshi. That's pretty much what it's about. But Emioba is pretty much the originator of the faux tsundere trope for me. She's the first one I ever saw, and I immediately fell in love with the trope the second I saw her. She thinks she's amazing. She acts kind of like a bitch, but she's also really sweet underneath. You can see it. She is hilarious in every scene she's in. She's gullible. Every single point that I make on the faux tsundere trope, she hits, and she never gets old. I love her voice. Jessica Calvello nails her amazingly. I can't get enough of this character. Pick one negative thing about her is that there isn't more of her because she's not the main character. That is literally the only thing that's wrong with it, is there isn't more of her and she isn't the main character. That is something amazing when your biggest flaw is there isn't enough of you. I will, no exaggeration, just skip to the scenes with her in it and ignore the rest of the show. That is how much I love her. I can go on for hours about why I love Emi and how she's amazing, but I'll spare you guys. Just leave it to say that she's my favorite, and I love her to death, and I will pretty much probably always love this character. So, you know what? Thank you, everybody, for sticking around with me for the top 10 best anime girls. You know, I hope you agree with some of them. If you didn't, let me know. And if you could like and subscribe, that'd also be great. You know, if you want to see more different lists, you know, put them in the comments. I'm sure I can get around to it. You know, just put whatever top 10 you want to see, all right? So, until next time, I will see you guys later. What? Ah! I apologize. Sailor Moon is amazing and not a terrible character at all. Is that good? Bye.